right, so we are going to be reducing our fractions. So let's go ahead and look at 6/36. So you need to first look to see if they're both even. That's always a good starting place because if they're even, that means they're divisible by 2. 6 and 36 are both even. So we can divide them both by 2. So just like when we wrote equivalent fractions before, where we can multiply the top and bottom by the same thing and we're not changing what the fraction represents, the same works with division. So 6 divided by 2 would be 3, and 36 divided by 2 would be 18. Now, we can reduce this even further. 3 and 8 are both divisible by 3. So we can do 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 18 divided by 3 is 6. Now, that is not the only way that we could have reduced this. We could have also noticed from the very beginning that 6 and 36 are both divisible by 6. Well, guess what? 2 times 3 is 6. So we just broke it up and divided by smaller steps. 6 divided by 6 is 1, and 36 divided by 6 is 6. So you can go smaller, and it's going to take more steps, or you can try and look for a bigger factor, and you'll kind of get there a little bit quicker. So that is our first one. So 6/36 reduced to 1/6. The next one I want to look at is 80/5. I know I'm not going in order, but I just kind of want to go here next. So notice how this one ends in a 0 and that one ends in a 5. That means that they're both divisible by 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. And let's come off to the side and see how many times 5 goes into 80. So 5 goes into 8 once. So 5 times 1 is 5. Subtract it. 3 remaining. Bring down our next place value. 5 goes into 30 6 times. 5 times 6 is 30. We have no remainder, which means we are done. We have 16/1. And just like before, we can change a whole number into a fraction by putting it over 1. If we have a fraction with a 1 under it, that means that really 16 divided by 1 is just 16. So we have 16 for number 3. Now let's look at number 5. Oh, I was going in order. My bad. All right, so 77/16. So 77, we know, is divisible, or some of its factors are 7 and 11. So those are both prime numbers. Prime numbers means that they can't be divided by anything else. So we just need to see if 16 could also be divisible by 7, which the multiples of 7 go 7, 14, 21. It skips over 16. And 11, 11, 22, it skips over 16. So this one cannot be factored, or excuse me, reduced anymore, and that is our final answer. All right, so we're going to reduce one last fraction. I'm going to show you a trick. If any number is divisible by 3, the digits will add up to a number divisible by 3. So we have 264. So think of that as 2 plus 6 plus 4. So 2 plus 6 is 8, plus 2 is 12. 12 is divisible by 3, so is 264. So 3 into 264. And the reason I'm doing that is because we already see that 15 is divisible by 3. So that one would be a little bit easier. So we got 5 on the bottom. All right, so 3 can't go into 2. 3 can go into 26. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 3 times 8 is 28 times. So minus 24. Subtract, we end up with 24 again. So 3 goes into 24. 8 times, we end up with 88/5. 5 is a prime number, meaning that it's only divisible by 1 in itself. And 88 is not divisible by 5. So this is our final answer.